All right, let's get this recording over with so that I can feel less bad about my day and go do something more energizing. Trading today was an absolute train wreck. Oh, I actually just realized I haven't pulled in my data from to TraderView, which is unfortunate. Let's see if this will show me my. I need to make sure it's not going to show any important information here. No, because my face hides it. Good. My realized P&L on the day down here in the corner, we're looking at minus $431. Um, that is primarily because of attempting to catch multiple knives on the S&P 500 instead of just going short like I should have. So I mentioned yesterday I wanted a short up here. I got in short, I tagged out, so like I scalped back like $50 on two contracts or something like that, and then it pushed back up. I was hoping that it would push up above and actually tag my limit and then sell off. What I really, the one thing that I'm kind of kicking myself for is I still had something of a short bias. Don was talking last night about a pullback and then a launch back up, and I kind of figured that would happen somewhere inside of this speed bump zone. Was kind of looking for, we tag this, we come back, we tag this, we try to make another run, and then maybe we break that. Maybe, but at that point, it's probably time to start thinking about going short. And when you're trading futures contracts, even like if you can time the pullback, it's a little bit more difficult than just going with the trend most of the time. But if you can time a pullback, you're going to do pretty well on that. And so this morning, I saw this, and everything about that's like, hey, that's we pushed up, we tagged the type 2, tagged it twice actually, sold off overnight. We're getting rejected off the bottom of the zone, and I, like I said, very rarely ever actually have an EMA line up because on the 15-minute time frame that means nothing. Um, and really, the only time the EMA could potentially mean something is on the daily, and look what happened. Uh, Yeah, all you got to do is trade the 20 EMA. I don't know why we're doing all these zones. I mean, all you got to do is that. Never mind all the times you would have lost trades and oh, there's another loser and you were probably going short. That one could have worked out. Anyways, so just ignore the imaginary line. That's just a visual reminder for me to remember what direction we're going. So we had this consolidation underneath the zone and I didn't short. That would have been like the world's easiest short play. Like you just get in here, you put your stop like up here, and even just one contract because it's like a quick little scalp. I mean, really, yeah, you could run one contract, $200 risk above the zone, and be looking to take profit down here somewhere. And realistically, I mean, we did this just fine. You would have made a few $100s today. But I didn't short it. I instead got in long. My first of took my arrows away again. My first trade was contained within this candle. I thought the bell rang. It's 9:30. We sold off, and I was looking for that like rip to the downside, and then it pulling back to the upside. And so I started seeing this candle stall out above the zone, and I said, all right, I'm going long. I got in long, stopped out at break even once, I believe. Um, you could see there's my overnight. Didn't do anything here, and then here's this morning. Let's zoom in a little bit more closely so we can actually see things with some more detail. Um, I got in, stopped out, got in again, and I had a stop below and got tagged out on that one. So I took a $50 loss trying to scale my way in. I was in one contract, it pushed up, I got my stop in the green, added another contract with a stop below the wick, thinking that this was going to be like a 15-minute reversal and we're going to shoot up out of nowhere. And so I tagged out at break even at one contract and then at a $50 loss on another contract. And then this would have been uh, I'm having trouble visualizing this. Oops, sorry. Having trouble visualizing this here. I got back in one contract and wrote it for a $200 loss. So I'm down $250, and I'm allowing myself a total maximum drawdown of about $600. That's three times my risk. And because I'm primarily trading one thing, it's like, all right, look, you took three full losses. You couldn't even get your stop in the green. It's time to stop doing this and just take a break for the day. So that's why I have that rule implemented for myself trading futures. Um, so got in at the type 2 in a speed bump zone, thinking that, all right, we got the pullback. It's time for it to go. And it just kept going south. So I took another loss there and then grabbed the type, or I wanted to grab a type 2 here. And I would have had like four contracts and maybe had my stop in the green when we did this. And so I could have made, um, I mean, woulda, coulda, shoulda. But four contracts. Oh, where's the. I would have been below some of these wicks. Let's get this to cooperate. So right around there, and could have made, yeah, could have made $100, but I didn't. I got in, never really got a chance to get my stop in the green, and then it tagged me out. And so I took my next loss there. And so at this point, I'm like, okay, I'm pretty much done trading the S&P. As you can see, I wasn't done trading the S&P, but the reason I decided to keep going was because I was short gold, and gold I got in short here and rode it all the way down to here. I tried scaling in, and it just tagged me out, and I'm not looking to play it right now. But that was like a daily zone. We got a type 2 on a daily zone, and I just shorted it with one contract with a very wide stop, and made that trade was something like 200 some dollars. Then the contract that I added would have been like a $56 loss. So it reduced from my profits a little bit, but this was just trending down the whole day. I was trailing it on the 15-minute, having a nice and easy time trailing gold. I had my stop here for the longest time. Then I saw this consolidation and I decided, hey, I'm gonna go ahead and try to add on, thinking that this might be a bear flag, and gave back a little bit of profit. Not a super big deal. Overall, it was still a very profitable trade, which was helping with the fact that I was not at all profitable trading the S&P. I got back in. We got the push up. Give me my little arrows back. We broke below this zone. We came up and retested it. I traded the Type 2, got tagged out at break even, got back in, fought with it a little bit, got it in the green, tried scaling in here, and tagged out of everything for like a $80 win or something like that. And then right when and I got home and we were up in the zone again, and I was like getting out of my car, looking at my phone, like, do I want to take this trade? I was like, I'll give it a second. By the time I got in here, set up my computer, pulled up TradingView, it was down here. I'm like, crap. So I didn't chase it. I didn't do anything crazy like that. But that would have been a nice easy play to pull that down and get a stop in the green real quick. And actually, uh I would have had my stop at break even because we started rolling over. So all in all, I played this area fairly well. We didn't really it's done a lot of nothing. This still looks pretty bearish to me. I'm not in any contracts. I have a limit up here. So if we tag that type 2 overnight, my stop's going to be all the way up here. I want to tag that type 2, and then let's see if we get a red move tomorrow. Um, that's the only direction I can really play at this point, is bearish, because we broke below what has otherwise been a pretty significant zone. So yeah, like I said, end of the day down $431 trading futures. I took profit on the SPX call spread that I sold yesterday, which was like up here, so things shot down, and this one hit my 95% profit limit. And then I had taken profit on my bullish one yesterday, so I've done okay trading these call credit spreads to sort of supplement what's going on there. I took a loss on X today. I forgot that it was back in the zone, and then I could have had my stop at break even, and instead I completely forgot I had a stock position on. Also forgot that I have a position on BABA, which is still going in my favor. We have earnings coming up tomorrow, so hopefully that continues going well. This is like just a long-term downtrend, so that's what I'm trying to play. Um, so I'm gonna have to start focusing in on trading futures, just because I tend to forget that I have stock positions on. So I think the balance will be, I have an investment account, so that relieves that itch to be in the stock market. I have my options account that kind of helps me trade some of these longer term moves when the markets aren't just whipsawing back and forth, which has been absolutely detrimental to most of my options trading. And then futures trading, I can start focusing in on just the S&P 500 and really nailing that down. Don has mentioned before that if all you ever learn to do is trade SPY, then you can be a very profitable trader. And I think there's certainly a market for it with the futures contracts. So I'm starting to dial that in a little bit more. But yeah, today, really, I mean, what it should have been is, hey, we're all the way up here. I'm going to short it and just trail it. And I was like, no, I kind of think we're going to see a bullish move. In hindsight, and of course, hindsight is 2020. That's not what the charts are telling us to play, right? This is a zone. We're testing it from the bottom. That indicates a short play. Now, if you think that's going to turn around here, that's fine. Trail it. But I should have been in short here, and I should have like had that play, and that like today should have been one of the easiest trading days to go short because look, you never even had a pullback until you broke below a zone. Never even had a pullback. Like, and there's the final thing that I'll say before I just ramble on forever. Um, the more that I think about this, it's like, man, I really could have just a day. This will not work in all instances. That's why I don't do it. There's no structure to trade on. Going long was a terrible mistake, and I tried it like 3 times. Shouldn't have done that. Shouldn't have put as much emphasis on a speed bump zone when things were just waterfalling. But today's a day where I really could have just sold one contract, waited 5 minutes for it to be in the green, and I don't believe that's much of an exaggeration. Yeah, there you go. Could have sold just about any point today. Oh look, there's a green candle. Let's sell right there. Oh, okay, there it goes. Just have your stop in the green and trail it from there. I don't like trading without structure, but when it's just waterfalling like that, like man, I wish I would have just been in one contract. Just one would have been fantastic. So yeah, lesson learned there. If my plan originally was to short this, I shouldn't have been looking for long positions. I think that carries over from stock trading where it's like, all right, we hit our take profit zone. We're going to wait for the pullback and then look for the long entry. And in futures trading, you can make money on those pullbacks. So I'm going to trade like you hit a zone from the bottom, it's time to go short. Hit a zone from the bottom, time to go short. Hit a zone from the top, I'll be going long down here in this zone. That's all I can do. That's what the chart is telling me to do. So I'll trade that direction until told otherwise. And I got told 3 times today and still didn't learn. So we'll see how well that works out. But if you want to keep an eye on how I'm doing and how I'm progressing with my trading, you can subscribe. Thanks for watching. I'll see you later.